Good morning and welcome back to my channel. My name is Delias Paris and my channel is Indian Hen Farm. Hey, we're going to do a quick tutorial today. And what I wanted to show you was these sort of pre-made flip outs that you can get ready for your journals. This is my page that I just put the idea on. So we've got the journaling pocket. This flips down so you can write on it, flips back up, and pulls up with another journaling spot inside it. And what I did was, I've got some that go on the side, some that go on the top, so you can flip this way. Sorry. You can flip this way. Or, like this one, you can flip down. Does that make sense? So this is a quick idea, and you can get these pre-made and ready to go in your journals. And I thought it'd be fun to do something sort of quick. So I just picked out a pretty piece of paper, and I was measuring this at about 4.5 wide. Let's see. So I think I want to stay 4.5. Let's just, and you can do these obviously any size that you want. Yeah, I'm going to go there. I thought it might be fun to do some I'm going to try and keep these tutorials at around 15 minutes. Let's see if I can do it. Okay. And then I wanted the overall project to be about 6 inches tall, but I want to fold part of this over. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to fold the top. This is going to be the top of my pocket. Wherever I'm going to put my little divot, I'm going to fold that over. Okay. And now I'm going to measure my 6 inches. So that's 6. There we go. And the reason I did that is because I'm going to reinforce the top where that turns into a pocket, right? Okay. Let's cut. Okay. So there's my piece. Super easy, right? Okay, let's glue this down. Get my glue paper. These are so quick and easy. And I just think they're so much fun in a journal. And you can decorate these further. For this demo, I thought, you know what? I'm just going to use a pretty piece of paper. But you could do a book page or whatever you want and then add some decorations to it afterwards. You can do it like I'm doing it. Have fun with it, right? Okay. So this is going to be my top. So I'm going to put a little divot in. And that way, you know, 1, my little tab here is going to poke out and that's going to look nice. And 2, if you had something smaller or you put something else in here, it just signifies that it's a pocket. So let's find our middle. If this is 4.5 wide, we need to be at about 2.25, right? So right about there, I think. I know you're going to eyeball this, but I got to tell y'all, I'm not the best at eyeballing. Okay. And, you know, I always do my divots pretty shallow, but go as deep as you want. Okay. I'm just going to ink the top. This paper is pretty dark, but it still takes a little ink. I'm addicted to inking. It's funny because every once in a while I don't ink, and I think that looks good too. But, okay. So, I've got I've got some tea-dyed paper here. I've tried this a number of different ways. This is my kind of cardstocky, but I'm going to use some regular tea-dyed paper. I think that works, because that's what I did on the original one. Okay. So, I'm going to glue this piece on here. I always pick the uglier side to go inside the pocket. Okay. Let's give this some glue all along the edges. These are so kind of addicting to do. Okay. So I'm gonna glue. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna round these corners because I like it better, but I'll probably do some where the corners are rounded and some where they're not. But okay, there, it's rounded. So we're gonna glue here. Here. And the bottom. And you could sew these if you want. This is just kind of the basic layout. And I'll play with it. Okay, got that as straight as I could. And shove here a little something in there. Give it a little ease. I just find it so much easier for stuff to fit in there when... Okay, shake that out. Huh? Got one more. Come on out. Okay. And just make sure that's down. Way down. Okay. And you can cut this by hand. This is how I do it because... Oh my gosh, my straight lines just take way too much concentration. So I actually just put it in here. Get it right up. Okay. And there. Trim that off. I'm going to do the same on the top. Okay. Okay. There we go. And now I'm going to round the corners again to get these little edgies. Sometimes it's fun to have a project that's just really quick. And, you know, this is an easy mask make, right? Okay. So there's our pocket with tea-dyed paper on the back for journaling. So we can ink this really quick. And I leave the bottom straight because I'll just have these in my sort of area ready to go in journals. But, you know, you do what you want. Okay, so there's my piece. And now, easy peasy, we're just going to make a card to go inside that with a tab. On this part, I like to use some thicker paper. So I've got some paper ready here. Let's see. And we're going to try, I think, right about here. It's going to matter where your glue line is, right? How deep you went in. Okay, let me get that. Ah, there we go. Okay, let's check this. Ah, look at that. Look at it. It's so good. Okay. So I've done this with thicker papers, like the backing this with cardstock. I've done it with, and it doesn't seem to Okay, so there we go. So what I do is I'm going to make my line there. So I put my paper in the way it comfortably fits. Now pull it out and cut it there. Try and work smarter instead of harder, which works some of the time. And I'm going to go right underneath that line and cut it again. Okay, let's check it one more time before we go too far. Okay, yep, I think that's just about perfect. And I like to just mark here where I want to put my tab. Pull it out. And I think, yeah, I think I'm going to do this yellowy golden. Let's give it a try. And you know what? For giggles, let's just round the four corners here. Just a, my dogs are all right. You know, my dogs think that I am a doorman. I got to tell you. They really do. Just give that a little ink. I love journaling cards. Oh, and let's ink this a little. And you can decorate these tabs. I just glue them on now. And then, depending on what journal I want to put them in, I can decorate them afterwards. Okay, there's that. And I'm going to put a thin line of glue here at the bottom. This is the way I do it. Everyone probably has their own way. Let's see. I'm just centering this on my mat. And scooch it over just a little. Come on. Okay. That looks good. And then I flip it and I'll put my glue on the other side. Fold it over and give it a squeeze. I like these top to be pretty well sealed. I don't want it to have like a pocket in there. Okay. So there's my journaling card. Pops right in there. And we're ready to go. And whenever you have a journal that you want to use this in, you can do this one of two ways. I actually glued this one inside, but I gotta tell you, I kind of wish I'd done it on the outside because I like that torn book page, and I think I would have liked it better if I'd done like a torn book page along the bottom. But you're ready to go for any journal that you want. Quick tutorial, quick idea, less than 15 minutes from start to finish, even with my intro. I hope you guys like it. If you want to see more of these quick demos, hit the like and subscribe. Feel free to share the video. And if you have any questions, leave it in the comments. I'll respond. Y'all have a great day.